All right, welcome back after the first quarter break. Second quarter is about to get underway. The Raiders have possession of the ball at their own 20 following a Cleveland punt. The Raiders were up 7-3 on the back of a Doki Williams 92-yard kick return in the first quarter. Cleveland drew first blood with a 38-yard field goal following a Hanford-Dixon interception of Mark Wilson. And that's where we stand right now. Again, I'm playing 4 possession quarters, so this game will go pretty quick. I'm going to try to finish the whole game in this setting and wrap this up. If not, I'll put them up in quarters, first, second, third, and fourth quarter. All right, the Raiders, what are we going to do? The Raiders go to work. It's going to be an outside run versus base. It's going to be -2 for Cleveland. 6 minus 2 is 4. Outside run is tackle for loss, -2 yards. 1-2. 10 is Kenny King. So Kenny King gets a carry and gets hammered for a loss of 2 by, let's take a look at the sack guys. That would be Matthews. Clay Matthews cuts him off to the corner, buries him for a loss of 2. Second and 12. All right, folks, it's going to be second and long. It's going to be 6. That's a draw play. So the Raiders calling a draw play to Kenny King. So Kenny King's still in the ball game. Versus base, draw versus base is going to be a +2, -2 is even. Raiders are going to get 8 on the draw, and that's going to be 2 yards. So Kenny King gets his 2 back, and it's third down and 10 as the Cleveland defense is playing superb. All right, here we go. Third and 10, and it is indeed third and 10, literally, as well as on the charts. It's going to be a screen pass to Marcus Allen. Base is going to be base screen for these guys is -1, so -3. 11 minus 3 is 9 on a screen is 3 yards. So Allen catches it and rumbles for 3, but it's going to make it fourth down. The Raiders will not have a choice. They're going to have to punt the ball away. Gold is offense. Black is return. Wow, punt of 55 yards for the man, Hall of Famer, Ray Guy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. Boomer for Ray Guy. 3 is the return. That's going to be 4 plus D6. So 8 yards on the return. 5, 6, 7, and 8. So very nice return as he kicks deep and gives him room to move. All right, Cleveland, here we go. Cleveland goes to work under Sam Rutigliano. Marty Schottenheimer does take over this team during the '84 campaign. And Schottenheimer launches his a legendary career. Schottenheimer was one of the best ever to not have a shot at a title. Kind of a fascinating head coach. Everywhere he went, he succeeded. He won divisions. He got his teams into the playoffs. He just couldn't get his teams to the promised land. But I always liked Marty Schottenheimer. 2 is a medium pass, base blitz. So the Raiders are coming after him on a medium pass, -3. They do not have a modifier, so -3. It's going to be 10 minus 3 is 7 on a medium pass. Is incomplete, second down. So McDonald has been a little more passy today, right? McDonald for Cleveland has thrown the ball a little more than I would have thought. However, this is a balanced team, literally 50-50 in real life. Second, it's going to be an outside pitch versus base blitz. It's going to be -1, -3 again, and 18 minus 3 is 13. It's going to be die 10 +2, so 6 yards, 5, 6, third down and 4. And who carried the rock for Cleveland? Biner. Biner's had a great day. Third down. Cleveland's looking all right, man. It's third down. It's going to be a deep pass. They're taking a shot deep versus base. Base deep is 0, -2. So -2, we're going to roll a 10, 8, incomplete with a penalty. 7 on the penalty, folks, is none. So they wave off the penalty. They say no. Pat the head. The ball was uncatchable, and so they were looking to probably call a pass interference on Lester Hayes and decided the ball was uncatchable. So Cleveland will punt on fourth down. And folks, we got us a dogfight. It's going to be a 30-yard punt. 10, 20, 30, and the return is 9, 26-yard return. 10, 25, and 6 puts us at the 45 of Cleveland. And looks like the Raiders may be the next team to score, folks. Cleo Montgomery was the big punt and kick returner for the Raiders. Doki Williams split reps on kick returns, but the Raiders had Cleo Montgomery doing the return duties, punting and kicking, mostly. All right, it's going to be a handoff up the gut to Marcus Allen versus base. Going to be +1, +2, -2 is even. Marcus goes 19 up the gut. D10 +5, 7 yards, 5, 6, 7. And again, actually, that was Marcus Allen. I'll use that, but yeah, Marcus Allen. Second down and 3. Second down and 3. The Raiders just want to keep adding to their score. They want to get out of this game with a victory, right, to launch their Super Bowl defending tournament, because I'm not going to play a replay season, but I am going to play a few games with these teams. Outside, they're going to pitch it out to 6. That's going to be Marcus Allen. So pitch out, base splits, -1, -2, -3, +1, so -2. 9 -2 is 7 on an outside pitch, nowhere. Third down. Allen crumpled up. Allen is crumpled up by Harrison. Harrison makes a brilliant play, keeps Allen 3rd and 3. The Raiders are in convertible territory here. It's going to be 4. 4 is a medium pass, so Mark Wilson backpedaling in the pocket, standing deep. The Raiders loved a 7-step drop, a 9-step drop. The Raiders were just a deep passing team. That's what they did. 5 is a base. Base deep is 0. So +1, -2 is going to be a -1 from this roll. 9, 10, 11, 12, -1 is 11. 11 on a deep passes. Quarterback's flushed. So hurried. 10 is going to be intentional grounding. Dang, we're going to lose it. So it's going to be a loss of 10. And the down counts. 4th down. That pushes the Raiders out of field goal range. Not that they really were, but that's so sad. As Mark Wilson throws the ball into the ground and the punt. So the Raiders not able to muster anything here. Punt. 5 is 40-yard punt for Ray Guy. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's fielded at the 8. The return is 2. It's a fair catch. So they plant their heels, and the crowd now grumbling as they are losing the field position battle. But going to work now, Cleveland. It's going to be an inside run for Biner versus base. Inside base is -1. 8 -1, 7 is 2 yards for Biner. 1, 2. Second down and 8. Ernest Biner's had a really good first half. 2 is going to be outside run, and that's going to be 6. 6 is going to be Pruitt. Mike Pruitt, by the way. I looked him up. His voice scream, Mike Pruitt. So I finally made an effort to look up Green and which Pruitt. The Raiders had Greg Pruitt. He was with the Raiders for a long time. Mike Pruitt was his brother, played for Cleveland. I think Greg and Mike had been with Cleveland originally, and then Greg Pruitt ended up with the Raiders. 3 is base blitz. So we've got outside run versus base blitz is -1, -3. Oh, -3 from 5 is 2. Loss of D10, 6-yard loss. Folks, that puts him at the 4. Third down, the Raiders. Who made that brilliant tackle for loss? Lyle Alzado. Holy cow, the madman Lyle Alzado. It's going to be 3rd down and long. 2 is a medium pass versus nickel. And that's going to give us a -1, -2, -3. 9 -3 is 6. And 6 is going to be on a medium pass deflected, 4th down. And they have no choice but to punt the ball away to wrap up the first half. And yes, the games are going to go fast because I'm using 4 possessions. 9 is 50 yards. Finally, a good punt out to the 46 of the Raiders. The return for the Raiders is 4. 6 yards plus D10. 7 plus 6 is 13-yard return. 10. We're at the 41, and that's it. The gun sounds, and the Raiders are up 7-3 at halftime. Cleveland starts the ball in the second half of this game. Again, playing Clark and Addison Gaming Companies, Play Action Football, one of my favorite new football games. New to me. Got it in December of 2024. Okay, we got a 10. It's a kickoff of 57. They got the ball at the 8. So filled it at the 8 and 1. Not a good return. 1 is D10 plus 6. It's going to be D10 plus 6. Is 4 plus 6 is 10-yard return out to the 18. So again, Cleveland's struggling here with their special teams. The Raiders have had a brilliant day returning and kicking. But Cleveland, not quite. Here we go. Cleveland goes to work for Stan Rutigliano. 3. Outside run. Raiders with a base. It's going to be a -1. 0 -2. So -2 to this roll. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 outside is going to be nowhere. Second down. And that was Pruitt, Mike Pruitt, trying to go to the corner. Gets tripped up by Rod Martin. Here we go, 1. It's going to be an inside run this time. It's a dive up the gut to Ernest Biner versus base blitz. Inside blitz is minus 2. 14 minus 2 is 12. Inside is 5 yards for Biner. And it's 3rd and 5, folks. 3rd and 5. Cleveland fans getting a little antsy, as it might be a little too predictable. We don't know yet, though. 5 is going to be a short pass. There we go. That's new. 4. Base blitz. Raiders. Base blitz short pass is going to be a 0 minus 2. 13 minus 2 is 11 on a short pass is 6 yards. That's enough for the first, baby. And that catch is 8. On a short pass is Harris. Duriel Harris coming over from the Miami Dolphins. Duriel Harris for the Cleveland Browns makes a first down catch. Holy cow. We snap the ball. 4. 4 is going to be another inside run. This inside run is going to be for Mike Pruitt versus base blitz. We're going to be minus 2. 18 minus 2 is 16. It's going to be a good run. D10 plus 2. 6 plus 2 is 8 yards. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Wow, second down and 2. So now they're getting excited as Cleveland's starting to creep into midfield territory. Second down, it's going to be 4. 4 is a medium pass. Base blitz. Medium base blitz is minus 1, minus 3. We got 15 minus 3 is 12. 12 is D10. Plus 7, 2 plus 7 is 9 yards. First down. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 at the 46 of the Raiders. The fans on their feet applauding as McDonald has actually had a very good day. He's avoided interceptions. He's been sacked 3 times, but he's avoided any interception. And against this Raider defense, avoiding an interception's actually a pretty good feat with Mike Haynes, Van McElroy, Lester Hayes. Inside run versus base, it's going to be plus 1, minus 2, so minus 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Fumble. Ball is on the ground. Uh-oh. Ball is on the ground. It is a run/screen. 9. 9 is loss. Line of scrimmage backwards. Dice 6 times 2. So the ball is fumbled back for a loss of 2. 1, 2. And the Raiders have recovered. Holy cow. That was beautiful. Yep, Raiders defense takes it away. That was huge. A fumble lost for Cleveland. That was huge because Cleveland was moving the ball. They started at their own 18, got all the way out to R46, and the Raiders find a way to strip the ball and fall on it. This is huge. Now we're equal in turnovers. We've thrown a pick, and they've had a fumble. 4 for us is Marcus Allen up the gut. Versus base blitz. So up the gut versus base blitz is minus 2. Plus 1 is minus 1. 16 minus 1 is 15. 7 yards for Allen. 5, 6, 7. Marcus Allen, 2nd and 3. Oh, yeah, baby. Marcus Allen was one of my all-time favorites. Still is to this day. One of the best short yardage runners in football history. 1 is inside. 5. Base. So plus 1, minus 2, plus, so it's going to be even. And we're going to get 12 on another inside run for Allen. 5 yards. And the Raiders get a first. Back-to-back carries for the tall and lean, lanky, and smooth running Marcus Allen. There we go. 5. He had a distinct running style that was beautiful to watch. 5. 5 is short versus base. Short versus base is going to be minus 1, minus 3, plus 1, so minus 2. 9 minus 2 is 7. Quarterback's hurried, and we got a penalty flag in the air, folks, as Mark Wilson takes off on a quarterback hurry. It's thrown into the ground, incomplete. The penalty, 7, is none. They pick up the flag, they wave it off. They say, no, there was no interference. There was no intentional grounding. There was a player near the ball as Mark Wilson threw it into the dirt. And the Raiders now looking at 2nd and 10. Cleveland fans love that. They don't want to see the Raiders get any more points here. 6 is going to be a screen pass versus base blitz. Screen versus base blitz is minus 1 total. 12 minus 1 is 11 on the screen is die 6 plus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5 yards. And that's Marcus Allen. Nope, that's Kenny King out of the backfield. 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5. The Raiders threatening. They can kick a field goal right now if they don't mess it up. Draw play. They're going to drop back, fake the pass, and hand it off up the gut versus base. Base draw is +2, -2, so +1 for the Raiders is going to be 11 plus 1 is 12 on a draw play. Is die 6 plus 1, so 6 yards and a first down, but there's a flag in the air, folks. 8, and the flag says defensive post play. The Raiders will take the 6 in the first. 5, 6, first down, as they want Kenny King to tally a little bit. They want Kenny King's worth to show up on the box score. It's a first down either way. And the Raiders have the ball to 21, up by 4. This is a big drive for the Raiders in the third quarter. 4. Inside run. Inside run versus base. It's going to be 0, -2, +1. It's going to be -1. 9 -1 is 8. D6, 3 yards for Allen. 1, 2, 3 as he wiggles between tackles, between the guard and the center. Second down and 8. The Raiders are going to work here, baby. This is a medium pass, so it's a play action medium. Looking for Todd Christensen, maybe. 6. The base is coming. The Raiders with a good play here. -2, -4, +1, -3. 19 -3 is 18. Medium is D6 +15. 1, 16 yards. Raiders down to the 2. The catch by 4 is Marcus Allen out of the backfield. He's tripped up at the 2 as he reaches his long body out. They hit him and drive the ball and his knee down into the grass, and they rule him down at the 2. First and goal. The Raiders celebrate as Marcus Allen gets up and saunters back to the huddle. Gives a little handshake from his center and his left guard, as they like to see that. First and goal. From the 2, here we go, baby. It's going to be 6. Come on, Raiders. Let's get this, baby. 6 is short. They're going into the air. They must be looking for Todd Christensen versus goal line. Goal line in the air short is 0. -2 +1, so -1. 14, 15 short is D10 +5. 7 +5 is 12. Touchdown. Tapping his feet along the back is 8. That's going to be Cliff Branch, baby. This man should be in the Hall of Fame. Cliff Branch. So we're going to have Wilson, 2-yard TD pass to Branch. Unbelievable. The extra point by the Raiders can be missed, and they're good to go. PAT, and it is now 14-3, and Cleveland fans now a little bit concerned, as the one thing Cleveland doesn't have is any kind of explosiveness on offense. But, you know, you play to find out. So let's find out if they really do. Oh, they just took it back to the house. Kickoff down to the 7. And 10 is 40, plus they get to roll a breakaway. 6 is another 30, 70 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Down to the Raider 23. The Cleveland fans on their feet, as I think that might have been Brennan. Might have been. I can't remember who the kick return. The guy was Willis. Is there a guy named Willis or Brennan? I might have been Brennan. I can't remember, but either way, brilliant kick return down to the 23, and all of a sudden the Raiders now have got to play defense. Wow, what a game! So both teams have had good kick returns today. The difference is ours went to the house, theirs went 70 yards. All right, snaps the ball. Cleveland goes to work, drops back. It's going to hand it off up the gut. And that run is going to be versus a base split. So it's going to be -2. And we're going to get 6 -2 is 4. 4, what did I say, inside? Yeah, fumble. Ball's loose again. Oh, poor Cleveland. They can't afford this. 6. Offense recovers, loss of 2, though. So 1-2, but thank God they fell on the ball. Fumbled by Biner. So Biner can't keep a grip on the ball, but they get it back. 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12. It's going to be a 2nd and 11 plus on the charts. 2 is going to be a short pass versus base. Short base is -1, -2, -3. 7 -3 is 4. This is not going to be good. Quarterback's flushed. 4. Quarterback hurry. Thrown away. Incomplete. 3rd down. Come on, Cleveland. You got to come away with something. The Raider defense, though, they could harass quarterbacks, man, so well. They and the Bears really knew how to get after quarterbacks. Well, a lot of teams knew how to get after quarterbacks back in the day. We're still looking at 3rd and long, so 3. It's going to be a deep pass. So McDonald's dropping deep, getting protection, is max protection. Base splits deep is going to be -3. And we're looking at 11 -3 is 8 on a bomb is incomplete, but there's a penalty, folks. Third down, 1 is going to be a pre-snap penalty. The Raiders can't wave it off. They lose 5, and it's third down over. Dang it, the Browns get another play. Wow. Okay, 3. They're going deep again. So McDonald, they're still playing to win here. They're not half measuring it versus dime. That could be in our benefit. Wow, -3, -5. I rolled 14. That's 9. 9 on a medium pass is quarterback's flushed with a penalty. 8 on the quarterback hurry is scramble. Oh my God, McDonald's is on the run for 3. It's going to be a 2-yard run for McDonald. And the flag, 9, is defense post play. So that's going to be 1-2 post play penalty. I don't have the penalty chart. I haven't had a chance to pick it up from the printer. Add another 5 to that? No, that's the post play penalty. Something like a face mask type thing. I'm going to have to give them an intentional. That's going to be 2 plus 15 and an automatic first down. It has to be 1, 2, 3. So they're going to get an automatic first down at the 13. It only makes sense on the defensive side of the ball. It would be an addition to. Wow, that's a killer. That's a killer. First down. We're not at the goal line. 2 is going to be a medium pass. Oh, they're still going into the air versus base blitz. It's going to be -3. That's what gets them in trouble. 5 on a medium pass is picked off the Raiders. This is the problem. You can't do it. It's going to be picked off by 8. 8 is Rod Martin. Oh, he had 3 interceptions in the 1980 Super Bowl, baby. So Rod Martin was more than capable. The interception on a medium pass by Rod, I rolled a 1. It's going to be 20 yards plus 6. 20 yards, so it's going to be picked off deep in the end zone. That's out of the end zone. Second down. Holy cow, that ball out of the end zone. Now, I'm sure there's a rule here. We could say he caught that at the back line down, but 20 plus 6, come on, it's got to be bulleted out of the end zone. So McDonald dodges a bullet here. At least, again, you can't break the game. Second down is 6. Going to be a screen pass inside the 13. Interesting. Versus base. So we got screen. Base is going to be -1, -3. 14, 11 on the screen is going to be D6 plus 1. 2-yard screen, 1, 2. And 10, Ernest Biner makes that catch, but it's now third down and long. And can Cleveland get in the end zone? Third down and 1 to 10 is going to be a screen again versus base blitz, -3. 1. This is not going to be good. It's going to be tackle for loss, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that also, if I remember right, the rule states if you go into the negatives, that's an automatic penalty against the offense, right? But I'm just going to wave it off. It'll be fourth down. They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to kick a field goal from here. 15. They're going to be at the 29 and below. Holy cow, are you joking? 15. Wow, their kicker drops off big time. 29 and below for Matt Barr. No, he's going to miss it. So Barr, field goal attempt of 32. No good. Oh, and the crowd here groans, a unison. They all groan as they, I mean, my God, they had an interception waved off. They had a potential penalty there that we waved off. We gave them a 15-yard face mask call. I did everything I could to help the Brownies score there, but, you know, it is a 5-11 football team with a 0 offense rating. And you're seeing how that affects play because the Raiders are a +1. These guys are a 0. Raiders take over. This is the final drive of the third quarter. The Raiders in control, 14-3. And it's going to be a pass. So Mark Wilson, who's thrown a pick today, drops back to pass versus base. It's going to be -4, +1's -3. It's going to be a 1. 1 on a medium is going to be pass deflected. And second down. Holy cow. Mark Wilson, why are you throwing the ball? Snaps the ball. It's going to be outside. It's going to be a pitch to Kenny King versus base. It's going to be -2, so it's going to be -1 total. 17-16 outside is D6 plus 6, 9 yards for Marcus Allen. 3rd and 1, baby. 3rd and 1. I'm not going to roll for this on 3rd and 1. I'm going to call an inside run for the Raiders. So we're going to go inside run on 3rd and 1. and I'll roll for the defense. The defense is going base, so it's going to be -1, +1 is even. So the Raiders are getting to roll this even on basically a line buck to get Marcus Allen the first. 8 is even. D6, 6 yards. Allen tears through for 6, 5, 6. First down for the Raiders on a 3rd and 1. There's no way the Raiders aren't going to call Marcus Allen's number there when they got the game in hand in the 3rd. It's going to be an inside run for Marcus Allen again, and it's going to be 5. 5 is base, so we're going to get, again, a -2, +1, +1, so even. And 5. 5 inside, nowhere. Second down. The Raiders had everything they wanted against this defense and couldn't execute. Second down. Dang it, Raiders, come on, 2. Outside run for Marcus Allen. No, for Kenny King. Base, going to be, again, even. 9 outside, D6 yardage. 4 yards for Kenny King. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd and 6. Kenny King getting a good carry there. And 1 on 3rd down. It's going to be a screen pass to Marcus Allen. Base blitz. Screen base blitz is -2, +1, so -1. 14 is going to be 13. Screen is 5 yards for Marcus. And it's 4th down, and the Raiders will not hesitate. They send Bray Guy out. And the punt is not going to be very good. 30 yards. 10, 20, 30. And the return is good. 8 is 21. 26 yards. 10, 25, 6. Down to the Raiders 43. And that's it for the quarter, folks. The Raiders score 7, Cleveland nothing. And now we start the 4th quarter with Cleveland inside the Raiders 50. Cleveland's down by 11 points. They missed a field goal, which would have made this an interesting final quarter. But right now, Cleveland has to score 2 touchdowns to win and stop the Raiders total. 4. It's going to be an inside run for Green versus base blitz. Inside base blitz is -2. 11 -2 is 9. It's going to be 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. Second down is Green. Boyce Green gets some yardage. Second down, 4. 4 is going to be a 1, 2, 3 medium pass versus base. Medium versus base is -4. They're going to get 14 -4 is 10. 10 on a medium pass, incomplete. 3rd down is McDonald now having trouble completing passes as the Raiders with the lead now are playing more aggressive defense. You just can sense they're coming stronger and the coverage is tighter. And it's just making it, the windows of being open are less. The Raiders now can risk it a little bit, right? They can play a little risky defense because they've got a cushion. It's going to be short versus base. It's going to be -1, -3. 17 -3 is 14. It's going to be a 9-yard pass. Nice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And a first down as McDonald finds room, throwing for Newsome. Ozzie Newsome beating Matt Millen in the middle of the field on a 9-yard quick button hook. 2 is going to be a medium pass. So again, McDonald playing with fire against this defense. Going to drop back. It's base. Base for us is going to be -4. 17 -4 is 13. 13 medium is 14 yards. Beautiful pass. 10, 14 down to the 17. And McDonald continues to impress me as he is facing down the dogs. And he is not spooked. Here it is. 4. 4 is going to be an inside run for... inside run for number 8 is Pruitt. So Mike Pruitt gets this carry. Base inside, so -1. 4 on inside is fumble. Oh, say it ain't so, Mike Pruitt. That's the 3rd fumble for them. 4 is offense recovers. 4-yard gain. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Pruitt gets stripped. Ball comes between his legs. He scoops it up, and he fights off Raider defenders trying to pull that ball loose. The referees break up the pile and signal first down. The Cleveland fan roars as they realize they didn't lose that fumble. And Tom Flores over chatting with the line judge, whispering in his ear, "You know that we had that ball. You know that, right?" Snaps the ball. It's going to be 2nd down. It's going to be an inside run. And it's a base blitz. It's going to be a -1 for the Raiders. But I rolled a 2. -1 is 1. That's horrific for them. Oh, tackle for loss. -5 again. 3rd down, it's huge. Jiminy Christmas. And Cleveland fans can't believe it. As who lost that 5 yards? Pruitt. So Pruitt with a fumble, and then on that play loses 5 yards by the Raider defense. And we're looking at 3rd down now and 9. So they're still in the 3rd and 10 category. Medium pass versus base is going to be -4. That's not good for them. 5 is picked off. The Raiders are going to intercept another pass, or a pass finally, unless this goes out of the end zone too. 9 is line of scrimmage, D6 times 2. So 12 yards back, 10, 11, 12. The Raiders get an interception. So finally, McDonald trying to make things happen late in the game, intercepted by, let's see which Raider pulls this out. Oh, baby, Mike Haynes. Mike Haynes with a beautiful interception, and he returns it out to the 30. The Cleveland crowd now a little bit dejected as time is running out on them and their opportunities to score enough. They need a defensive score here. The Raiders, it's going to be a medium pass. The Raiders, for some reason, drop back and looking to throw. It's going to be base. It's going to be -3 plus, so -2. 4 on medium is sack, loss of 3. 1, 2, 3. Who makes the sack? 5. Cleveland Brown fans on their feet as Clay Matthews comes firing in. Buries Mark Wilson for a loss. 2nd and long. The Raiders in 2nd and long are going to go short pass versus base. Short base is -3, plus 1's -2. 12 is 10 on short is incomplete. 3rd down is Mark Wilson cannot find Todd Christensen open. Dang, 3rd and long. 2 is going to be medium, dropping back. They're trying to get it all back to Barnwell. 6 is a nickel. Nickel is -1, -3. So -2. Oh my God, 4 -2 on what I roll? I rolled a medium. It's going to be -4, -2 is sack, loss of 10, 2-yard sack, 1, 2, 4th down. Who makes that sack? That's going to be Camp. Camp gets that sack. 4th down, and the Raiders don't hesitate to send out Ray Guy. Get it out of here, says Flores. You guys have got to be better if you expect to go back-to-back champs. We are defending Super Bowl champs. You got to do better than that. 10, 20, 35, and the return is 2. Fair catch. Fair catch at the 40-yard line. 1st down, and Cleveland's final possession. Unless they score here, they could then onside and get the last possession of the game. But they've got to score. Screen pass versus base is going to be -3. And again, they don't have a modifier. So 12 -3 is 9. On a screen is 3 yards. 1, 2, 3. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Cleveland needs to be more aggressive. Here we go. 1. 2nd down is going to be an inside run. 5. Actually, I'm going to go to as if it was long yardage. Screen pass. We're going to try to get the ball in the air here. 5 versus base is going to be -3 again, though. 14, 11 on a screen is die 6 plus 1, 5 yards. 3rd down. So I'm just going to use the long yardage on this to represent their situation. 3rd down is going to be long yardage. It's going to be deep. They're going deep versus base blitz. It's going to be -3. 9 -3 is 6 on a deep pass is picked off. So he flings it deep. 6 is going to be line of scrimmage -6. The Raiders are going to return it back 4 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got the ball at the 44. Cleveland fans, McDonald, late in the 2nd half, down by 11, is trying to force things, and he's picked off again, this time by Van McElroy. And this is it. The Raiders now can kill clock. We gotta get a first to consider it a kill clock in my rules. So we just got to get a 1st down, and that's it. Game over. Raiders, they're going to go screen. So they're going to dump this off to Marcus Allen versus base. That is going to be -3 plus 1. So -2. 18 -2 is 16 on a screen. There it is, folks. D6 plus 4 is 5 yards for Marcus Allen, but we got a penalty. 7 is no penalty. They pick up the flag, so it's 2nd down. Raiders just need to get a little more, and that'll kill the clock, and the game will be over. 6, 2nd down, 6 for the Raiders is screen. So they're going screen to Marcus Allen. 4, base blitz, -2 again. So we got 9, 10, 11, -12. -2 is 10. D6 is 2 yards. 1, 2, 3rd down. The Raiders still trying to get a 1st down to wrap this game up. 3rd down is 4. 4 is a medium pass, so they play action, taking a shot to back the defense off. Mark Wilson sees something open up downfield. So if somebody said that's just not realistic, no. maybe they were designed to throw a short screen, and Wilson saw somebody break deep, and Wilson's heaving it. So you don't have to look at these as literal calls. They could be that the Raiders planned on something else, and Wilson saw something and took a shot as somebody broke open. It's going to be -4, so -3. I got 14, -3 is 11 on a medium pass is incomplete. 4th down. The Raiders at the 37 cannot convert. We're going to go coffin corner punt and wrap this game up right here. 3 is touchback. The Raiders boom it into the end zone, and while it's in the air, the gun sounds as that wraps it up. Coffin corner punt, touchback, but that's going to end the game, folks. The Raiders, neither team scores in the 4th, and the Raiders are going to win this game 14-3. And what killed the Cleveland in the second half was a fumble lost, a missed field goal, and then 2 fourth-quarter interceptions. Pardon me, as McDonald was forced to start passing back in, and the Raiders just played tough defense, and their ball hawks steal a couple of easy passes. Completely believable. Again, why is the score low? Because I only did 4 possession quarters, right? So again, if I did the full, let's say 6 possession quarters, we might be looking at 31-14 or something. I don't know. But what matters is the competition. Raiders in this little tourney will be 1-0, and the Browns will suffer and trawl to 0-1. And there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. This has been Play Action Football by Clark and Addison Gaming Company. Thank you. Bye-bye.